All right, so the topic again says the product branding for business and leaders. So we're looking at the practical steps to creating an irresistible brand. And as time goes on, we're just waiting for God's leading. And once this is fully done, we'll fully launch the Business Leadership Academy. At this class, people will have to pay to join this class. It's not going to be a regular, but at that time we're bringing facilitators from different places that will teach you how you can do business in a way that you will not struggle. You see people doing business and they are not struggling. There is what we call trade secrets to doing this. That's what we're going to be doing as the Lord leads us. So let's begin this morning with this first word. I'm sure it's on the screen. That a product is not known or identified until it is named and packaged. A product is not known or identified until it is named and packaged. Bratega come. Words again. It's a Sunday come. Please bring these two bottles and someone will hold the bottle. Alright, please stand here. Alright, look at these two people. I'd like us to look at this very closely. These are boxes, right? Is there any name on this box or boxes? Now, is there a name on this one? Alright. Now, I said a product is not known or identified until it is named and packaged. What do you call this? Is a box, right? Does it have a name? So you don't even know what it is. If you see it on the road, you might kick it off. But if they mistakenly write Gucci on it, you will go back and check. Because your instinct will tell you that there might be gold inside. That's the power of the products that is branded. Look at this perfume. It has a name. Those who know perfume, when you see the name, you want to relate with it. Oh, it's a pure violet. But let's assume that there's no name on it, it's just blank. You think it's an acid, or you think some. If you go to a supermarket and one is labeled and the other is not labeled, which one will you go for? Why did you go for the one that is not labeled? Even if the price of that one that is not labeled is less than the one labeled, why didn't you go for the one that is not labeled? It has no name. Fantastic. That is the power of a brand. So when your product is not named, when it's not packaged, it is not known. In fact, be telling yourself, my product is the best in the world. Well done, you're doing well. It has no name. Nobody know your company name. The Lord be with you. It has no name, it has no brand, nothing. You will not buy it. And that's the power of brand. God bless you. The next slide says that the attraction of any product is not in the content, but in the name and in the package. That is what makes a product attractive. It is not the content, because when you see a product, you don't have access to the content the first time you're seeing it. What attracts you to a product is the name, is the way it's packaged. How many of you love to have an iPhone? You already have one. How many of you would love to have an iPhone if you don't have it yet? Good. Those of you that already have, how many of you want the latest iPhone? Now, the reason why people go for iPhone, the reasons are so many. One of such is security. Like this phone right now, my wife cannot unlock the phone. Her face cannot unlock the phone. But do you know that myself and my twin brother were very, very identical? My Android phone, if you place it right on his face, it will unlock. His fingerprint, because we are very identical, his fingerprint can unlock my Android phone. But we have tried it with iPhone. People do like this. Strain your hand. The phone will not unlock. Nothing can unlock it. If this phone is stolen, it is useless to the person. Because there's what we call iCloud. The iCloud has a password and has an email. Even if you know the password, even if you know the email, you don't know the password. So you cannot access the phone. That's number one reason why people go for iPhone. That's the power of the brand. So when you see Apple, it's not Apple you buy 150 on the road. It's a brand. It's a brand. But as Apple is one of the most expensive phones. The latest of this phone is about 1.78 million. So it's to tell you that your product is not about just saying I have something. It must have a name for the well package. Let's look at the next slide. Look at the evolution of Coca-Cola bottle. Look at the evolution. Look at that year, 1899. That was the first bottle. If in 2023 they gave you that kind of bottle as Coca-Cola, I'm sure you will say no. You will think it's poison. You will think it's poison. Now look at the evolution. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? And this one is up. The last one is up to 2007. I think I drank from that one. Now look at the current year we are. That's the power of the products that is well branded. So that is how every product is meant to be seen. Look at the next slide. Those of you that buy things from the supermarket, I'm bringing this practical example so that you'll be able to relate with them. Those of you that are doing some little productions and you just take it there and just know to understand how people perceive things. It's called perception value. Now look at these two products. One is branded, one is not branded. Look at the one that is not branded. The bottles look colorful. Am I right? Yes, beautiful. Now, if you get to a store and these are placed in the beverage section, which one will you buy from? The one with the name that is showing juice sweet. Am I right? Why did you buy that one that without label? Because in your head, someone is telling you this thing might be poison, might be acid, might be fake. Thank you. But might be fake. You don't need anybody to tell you. Your instinct tells that this thing is not original. As a power of packaging what you are doing. That's power of putting things you are doing in a way that the first thing people see is the name, is the color, is the way it's put together. Am I right? I need a fan to face with this. So look at the next slide. What is branding? You need to write now. What is branding? It's on the next slide. Branding is a process of creating a strong, positive perception of a company, its products or services in a customer's mind by combining such elements as a logo design, the mission statement, and a consistent theme throughout all the marketing communication. That's what we call branding. So when we say you want to put your product out there for people to know about it, what you are saying is that you must be able to create a strong and positive perception. How can people perceive this product? How will people see this product? What will they say? As they see it, what will come to mind? What will come to mind? So that I'm telling people, if you want to scale in that your business, you can't just do it as usual. You can't do it as usual because if you continue to do it as usual, you know what you're making? You make more on the stipend. But you want to scale on the higher altitude where you turn in millions. Your turnover is in millions, is in billions. You need to go for branding. And branding is not cheap. Someone say it's not cheap. Someone say branding is not cheap. Branding is expensive. Because that is what will sell your product. I'm going to show you some analysis as we go further. But get it right. Think about it. How will they perceive my product? Look at the next slide. Your brand should create a perception. Your perception, the next slide before this. It should create a perception in the mind of your prospects. That's what your brand should do. If you see Pastor Paul, something comes to your mind, something rings in your head. Something makes you just come and listen to him. It's called perception. The same thing when people see your product, when they hear of your product, something should ring in their mind. Like when the product is mentioned, When they say Facebook, it's social media. When we say Coca-Cola, it brings something there. Now, when you now hear names like McDonald's, hear names like, mention some eateries around, Mega Chicken, ShopRite, Domino Pizza, all those places. It rings something in your head. Oh, this place, this place. So why will I go to Mama Put's on the road, where they would have used Bendan? I mean, you remember Bendan, Bendan, this man Bendan. What's the other one? Ajinomoto. The last time I ate food from Mama Put's was 2020 on this Olajide road. After my car has not come, I was just going out for my real estate and then just go and do some marketing. I just stopped at Olajide, let me just, because my best food is better than things. Let me just. I had the food though. I just finished. I paid and I went. Even when I was in the food, I was battling with stones in my teeth. I said, Madam, you guys didn't pick this food. I said, we pick it. I said, can't this is stone? Let me just go. I just ate that. 3 days I was punching. As in, I was asking myself, I have my wife, is it the food you gave me yesterday? Let me cook. So I have to trace back which food did I eat that punched me. I've never punched like that in my life. And I vowed over my life, this is the last time I will ever. So whenever I want to eat, I rather go to an eatery, that KFC or Chicken Republic. So I save the money. If it's 1.5, let me go and eat that little food. Then go and eat from Mama Put. That will cost that minute to my stomach. It's not that it's wrong to eat from such places, but we are talking about when you are connected to a brand, you are not concerned about your security. You know that just in your mind, you know that certain things is taken care of. That's what I call perception. So it's the same thing, whatever you are doing, think of how people will perceive you. Just like when you see a lady on the streets wearing tattered clothes everywhere, forget how decent the person might be in his mind or her mind. The first thing that comes to your mind about that sister is that, you know it. Or someone on the street just wore one mini skirt and the other part is opened. No matter how the person she profess that he is decent, the first thing that comes to your mind about that person is what? It's called perception. That's why the policemen, they harass young people on the road. When they see them doing dreadlock, you left your house, not comb your hair, so you forgot. You now became a victim by the policemen. And no problem. They will think you are a Yahoo boy because you did not take care of yourself before leaving the house. And what happens is that you will become a victim. Because it's perception. The way you walk, the way you dress, it has informed the policeman that this guy is not doing the right job. It's called perception. So the next slide asks that, what do you want? How do you want to be perceived? How do you want to be perceived when people see you? How do you want them to see you? So what we're doing goes beyond just your business, including your life as a leader. Because God is raising you as a leader in the marketplace. When being a leader is someone with influence, someone that when you get into your own market space, people want to be like you. So when I'm talking to leaders. You might not fully have evolved into right now, but I'm seeing you evolving into that kind of leaders in a few months and years from now. So you must be such a person that when people see you, they just want to pattern their life after you, pattern their business after you. I know people who my business is mentoring. They constantly call me and ask, how do I go about it? They are not few. They are not few. Because I've chosen the way I'm partnering my business in a way that is motivating people to do things beyond real estate, even other businesses. It's called perception. And every business that is not putting that in check, I'm telling you, you might not stay long in business. Because once profit is not turning in again, someone else will take over that space. I hope that brother on the back is hearing. If you miss this, you're your own. Look at the next slide. It's called the product sales metrics. Look at the metrics of product sales. 60% is what? I need you to talk to me. 60% is what? It's perception. Anything you want to sell, 60% is perception. Because that's the first thing people are contact with. That's the first thing they see. That's what it smells. That's like if a sister pass by you, she just say Jesus. And what you perceive is Jesus. But Jesus does not smell though. Just walk away. If that smell is coming next time, you will go another way. It's perception. So the way you want to be perceived is 60%. Is in everything. Is in everything. It's in everything. You can't leave your house and say, I forgot to comb my hair. No problem. Who knows that day is the day you're going to meet your fiancé? And you're like, oh God, is it the person I will marry? I'm not sure she's doing it. This is just the way many people have these opportunities. I mean, opportunities that can change your life forever. Because you are not structuring things in a way that will attract things to come to you. You just feel that you can just build your life anyhow, live anyhow, talk anyhow, eat anyhow. It is not about that. There are people who are constantly studying and watching you. There are investors that are monitoring your business. They want to see will this guy succeed. This is the second year. If they can scale the second year, the third year will invest in his business. If that second year, you now go and put your money in Niger bets. Niger bet now bet you. The money every now go down. Tomorrow you know open the shop. They say what happened? Sorry, I travel. I feel not back. I'm back, but I'm resting. 3 months you are still resting at home. Because you were not positioning yourself in a way that what if somebody wants to invest in this business? How would they perceive me? So it's 60% is perception. And 20% is interaction. After they have perceived your business, the next thing is that they want to interact with that business. That's when someone will not come into your business and say, okay, how much is this? Oh, it's 30 naira. Can I pay 25 naira? That's interaction. That one doesn't take long. It's called the negotiation part. Then the next thing that happens is sales. But if your perception is 20%, is 40%, there are chances that you will not scale into sales. And that is why branding your product is more important than even the content. Don't you know, and you'll agree with me, there are people who have used packaging to sell sheets in these Lagos. And people have bought sheets, but they got to their house, they didn't know that it was sheets. I'll give you an example. My twin brother many years ago went to Computer Village to buy a phone. But when he went on the street on Kedra, they said, they will show the phone to you like this. I don't remember. Yeah. So, the phone looks very well. Yeah. Look at it. He took the phone though and he checked the phone. It's very well. Okay. How much they negotiated, and while he was trying to bring out the money, the guy has brought out the package ever phone. The phone looks exactly what he has tested in the market. And they told him, turn it off when you get home. Charge it. Charge it when you get home. So it is not, not when you buy a new phone, you don't want to use it so the battery doesn't get drained. So of course. When that comes home, he plugged the phone tonight. He was expecting after some hours the phone to come on. He was now pressing the phone. The phone was going inside. What is happening? He pressed the phone. Until he pressed and emptied the back. What? That is the power of packaging. People can package sheets for you in this Lagos. You buy. They are so good. You would have bought it before you realize you bought sheet, and the guy who sold sheet for you has done. And these guys, they don't collect transfer, they collect cash. So you cannot trace them. I'm just telling you the power of packaging. There are ladies that with Snapchat, they have married someone else's husband. That Snapchat is a world of its own. A sister will wear a makeup that in her life she cannot afford to buy on Snapchat. Well done. The day your man will come and he sees you like this and you are not the same slap lady, your relationship. You cannot be a Snapchat babe and physically you are not the same person. Will they match? No. So people have used packaging to have, they've scaled so many things. So as we have it on the positive ladder, we also have it on the negative ladder. So but the bottom line I'm trying to say is that with packaging you can sell anything in this Lagos, not even in Lagos, all over the world. With packaging you can sell anything. Tell somebody beside you, with packaging you can sell anything. Look at the next slide. 70% of the launch products or services are sold even before seeing them because of the branding. 70% of products, you will see a particular thing like this before you even say bring it, you are paid. How many of you have paid for something online before that you have not even collected? I've done that severally. Because the way it looks online. And that is why you must be able to checkmate into everything you are buying before you truly put your money. Because you can be deceived into buying many things through packaging, through branding. And in this age of social media, impulse buying is almost everywhere. You know what impulse buying means? Things you did not plan to buy. It appeals to your emotions. It appeals to your instincts. It appeals to your beauty. It's called impulse buying. It's not part of your budget, but this clothes, wow. Until they deliver the clothes to you, you will not stop. You will not even wow again. But online, wow. Immediately drop the clothes in your house like this. Wait. Is this the clothes? I bought a shoe like that on Jumia. I said, what? It's not the shoe I ordered. They say it's the shoe you ordered. So since that time I saw all the shoes on Jumia, I will go and buy the shoe myself. Because what you saw in that is called that, you know, when you are seeing those products right there, it's called generic image. How many of you just read it? They write generic. Generic means that if you know English, this is not the real image. We generated this moment when we are producing, we just took the picture. So you are expecting what you saw in that picture to be delivered. It's called branding. Package. Let's move. Let's look at it's not up to 14, but for today we'll just look at 9. It's actually 14, but we'll just take 9 to the of time. The practical steps to branding. If you want to brand your products, we'll take this step. Number 1, you have to define your brand strategy. You have to define your brand strategy. Understand your product's unique value proposition. What problem does it solve? How is it different from competitors? This is the first thing you have to do. You have to define your brand strategy. How will this product be seen? What impact will it have on people? The next slide. You need to determine your brand positioning. Is it going to be a luxury product? It's going to be affordable? It's going to be eco-friendly? Then also you must be able to identify your target audience. And this can be done through knowing your demographic, interest, behavior, and pinpoint all of that. So this will really help you to be able to structure your brand in meeting certain needs. And I've said it to you before, you are not sent to sell to everybody. You cannot sell to everybody. You see everybody that drinks Coca-Cola? There are some people they hate Coca-Cola like shit. They will not even drink it. So those people who think Coca-Cola is taking of them, it is your business. They are not sent to them. So when you understand your own brand strategy, you look for your own audience. What are you selling? Who are the people that they just cannot do without these products? You find their age brackets. That's what on Facebook when you're running digital marketing. You have what's called the target audience. You must know the demographic, you must know the interests. Because that is what you'll be able to get these people. How many of you have seen an advert on Facebook that every time you go back there, you only see that advert? You only see that advert. How many of you have seen that before? Raise up your hand, please. The reason why I said that because they have checked your interests. They have studied your Facebook. It's what we call algorithm, all of that. There's some language like that about that. They have studied everything about what you do, your activities online. They don't have to love to hear this particular type of earrings. Maybe because you just went to Jumia to check that earrings once. And the way the web is structured, they are all interwoven. Whenever you have checked once in your life, you continue to see it until you sign out of internet space. Because you check that earring from Jumia, any other site you go to online, they will bring in other type of earring to you. How many of you have seen that before? It's called target audience. They know what you would like. If you have bought this type of earring, we think you should buy the next one. If you have bought Gucci shoe, you will also like Gucci slippers. You will also like Gucci bags. They will be placing them along your face so that it becomes so irresistible for you. And that's when it now leads to impulse buying. You now begin to buy, begin to buy, begin to buy. Because they know what strikes your interest or what your interests are. So you need to be able to get this. Number two, you have to understand your market research. You have to do market research. Don't just dabble into branding your product. Don't just dabble into selling things. Understand your markets. Who are the people who need these products? Conduct thorough market research and understand market trends, customer preferences, and also competitor strategies. There are people who are doing the same thing you are doing. Let me use fashion designing as an example. How many of you know Yomi Casual that sews clothes? Only one person is clothes. Two, Yomi Casual. 3, 4. You know, good. If you don't know, I will sign you out of this clothes. So Yomi Casual is a fashion designer, but it's in his own class. He can sew one clothes for you up and down as a man to 8,000. Now, that kind of brand, you can also for common man. It's a problem. It's not right. So I want to start thinking this way. When your friend that you used to go to school together, used to go to market together, you used to flock the street together with slippers, the guy has now upgraded himself. He has moved on. You are not beating him because he does not call you again. He's not going to market together again. The guy has upgraded himself, and he's calling you to upgrade, but you are not showing off. If that guy did not come to your level again, are you meant to be angry? No, you don't need to be angry. Understand that this guy has same level. So there are certain things he cannot do again by the virtue of the class he is. Now you need to measure up to that class of people. The same way people who are positioning themselves as brands. You can't ask Yomi Casual to be selling a cloth of 25,000 naira. It's like you're rubbishing it. That doesn't mean that he's proud. That's not pride. That's not what? That is called brand. He's sewing for people who can afford to pay that 250,000 for that particular dress. He's sewing for people who can afford to pay 500,000, 1 million for one attire. When I was still doing Uber, 2019-20, I drove a woman who went somewhere in Ikoni Road. She bought one gown. I'm trying to get the name of that cloth. One gown. We took the clothes from our way here. The tailor who sewed the material. I took him from here down to Ikoni. One gown for 1.5 million. I said, what? One material. The guy that sewed it. I was asking the guy, what happened? He said, this woman, he only bought this clothes for one event. They are going for ministerial meeting. The government said she has to just look wealthy. So the woman is well to do though. I like, imagine one material, 1.5 million. Imagine that kind of woman. Do you think that woman will sit where there's no AC? She can die inside the clothes. Because the clothes alone is heavy. One person will carry the clothes. The man said, if this woman wear this clothes without AC, she will suffocate. So there must be AC where she is in the car and where she's going. How can you wear a clothes of 1.5 million and you think you might give it to one side tailor? They will not spoil the clothes. The person will say, I'm sorry, ma. The person is going to jail. Are you know what I'm saying? That because it's a, you can't just rubbish it. So when people change level and they have moved on, please don't beat them. It's not their fault. Because they have changed level. It's important you understand your markets. You are not meant to sell to everybody. If you are marketing to people and they say you are too expensive, you can employ them, you can advise them. If they are feeling like you know how they used to feel, just let them be and look for someone else who can afford the products. Number 3, create a strong brand identity. I need to lay emphasis on this part. Create a strong brand identity. How will your ideal clients identify you or your products? How would they identify it? This is so vital that if you miss it, then you might just be at the low level of the ladder, not even on the first rock, but be on the low level. And what that simply means is that, so the next slide, you have to choose your brand name that is relevant, memorable, aligned with your product identity. Who tells you that your name has to be the name of your company? Olajide and Co. Company. Who does it have to be your name? Chukwuemeka Enterprise. Why should it be your name? Ebelebe School. Why should it be your name? Why? Even the name is not even sounding good. Efelefu. Which one? He said it's my grandmother's name. Hey, should it be your company's name? Should it be the name of your business? No. That's why you discover the people that are coming to buy from you, there are people that are also thinking like that. They are people like Chuku. Because like attracts likes. It's called the law of attraction. You will only attract the people you have positioned yourself to look like. So your brand can attract some people who are just, they are poor. If you sew one clothes for them, if you tear their clothes, you will say, well, how much is the clothes? 1.5. But this one can make trouble of 150,000. You don't need those people in your life. Why should you be wasting your time sewing clothes for someone that can, if you make one mistake, she can even burn down your shop and you are wasting it? It's because you have positioned your business that way. In fact, that woman can refer 10 of her friends like that. Now bring 10 troublemakers into your business. That means everyone's right? No. So your brand must be such that when people hear the name, they were like, oh, come on. I want to get close to this person. Get close to this business. So also beyond that name, design your logo in such a way that it's like, wow, logo is not cheap. If somebody is charging you 5,000 to design a logo, thank God for your own life. One of the logos they designed in Nigeria is E-Naira. How many of you know the E-Naira? E-Naira. Do you know how much it costs, though our Nigerian government is well with them? Do you know how much they use to design that logo? That logo, my twin brother can design that logo. It's in billions of naira. It's because they are not positioning that naira, e-naira, to just be a local currency. They are placing it in the global space so that it can compete in the marketplace like every other currencies, like crypto, like Ethereum, all of that. So they have to spend money on it because it can attract such a light. So the same thing, whatever you are doing, spend good money on it. There are classes of things you can do based on what you have, but ensure it's something. Then also your color. The color representation is also key. Let's go number 4. Craft your brand message. You need to craft your brand message. When they hear your brand, it should be something like a slogan. Something like a slogan that they can easily relate with it. Like, I mean, we know Go TV. Live it, love it. That's what I'm talking about. So anywhere you hear live it, love it, you know he's talking about Go TV. That's what I'm talking about. So you can create a brand message. It can be under your name, under your logo. So the next slide. Develop a clear and concise target tagline and encapsulate your brand essence. Create a compelling brand story that connects with consumers emotionally and explains your product journey or mission. So when this is fully done, you'll be able to stand in that market space and you compete with others. Number 5, design packaging and visual assets. This is very important. I also need to spend this time on this. If you want truly to get your products to scale, you need to design it. I mentioned last week what we call conceptualism. ability to create a concept for the things you are doing. And your concept is born out of reasoning, thorough thinking, not just you copy and paste. So somebody's name, you now remove their own K and put G. Your name is now conflicting. When they search that name online, they cannot even identify which one is which one. No. You must be able to spend that quality time in designing, and particularly your visual asset. Next slide. Design packaging that not only protect the product but also communicate its benefit and values. Create a high quality product images that showcase features and details. Produce videos that demonstrate the product's functionality and how it fits into the customer's life. So if you're a fashion designer, you're a shoe seller, you're this, the images of the things you are posting should be of good quality. That's where I started by saying packaging. Because what will make people to buy is the perception. 60% is perception. If that picture is well placed, they would have paid for that product before they come for it. But if you just snap the picture anyhow, no. Everything that represents your brand must be consistent. If you have been using yellow and blue, that yellow and blue should always be quoted in everything you are doing. They must see a touch of that color in everything. In your newsletter, in your logo, in your brand, everything. It helps people to quickly relate with your brand. Imagine if tomorrow Coca-Cola changed their red to black. Wouldn't you be thinking of something that's wrong on here? Number 6, we'll stop at number 7 because of time. Build a strong online presence. I've said it many times. If you want your brand to scale, you need a very strong online presence. What I mean online presence is that you have to be online. You have to be there. You have to be there. If you are not there, you might miss it. So if by now as a business owner, as a leader, you don't have a social media account where you are building your presence, then you're missing out. Number 7, think of the distribution strategy. Ensure that your branding is consistent across all distribution channels, whether it's in physical stores or online stores. Then you can also collaborate with retailers to ensure your product presentations align with their store's atmosphere. What this means is that how you want your product to go, how does it want to move from your only store to another present store. So it's important you collaborate, look for people who can help you expand what you do. That's like in our company right now, our sales representative, marketing team are not enough to move our products to the world. So we have to collaborate and employ what we call independent marketing firms. These are people who takes our products beyond our own team and push them into the world. And sales comes in, massive sales comes in. So the same thing what you're doing, it might require you to just give somebody a 2% of what you are doing. Let them have that 2% so that your product will go. Imagine if you are selling to one person. You alone, you are selling to 10 persons. Imagine if you have 10 people. That is multiplying effect. You can become hundreds. That's how sales goes. And the last one for today is that you have to launch out. We'll stop there. You have to create a launching campaign. Plan a well-coordinated launch campaign that builds anticipation and excitement. You may have to use things like countdown. Some of us that watch movies a lot, you know what's called trailer? You know what's called trailer? Trailer is to whet your appetite. You cannot just wait to go to cinema and watch that movie. This is what it's saying. Create a campaign. Maybe, for example, you have a new brand, maybe a new clothes design. You can just tell them, in 10 days, we are releasing this new design. You cannot afford to wait. So you are creating a countdown, 9 days. People will be anticipating. You just cannot wait for the last day that you unveil it. If that product is quite compelling, I'm telling you, on the day of the launch, it might be sold out. We do it a lot with our products. At least before we release the product, I would have made a lot of noise, like 2 weeks. People are wet already. As soon as it comes like this, in 2-3 weeks, you are sold out. This is a strategy you can employ. Bow your head and talk to God. And connect your life, your whole life. If it relates to you, connect your business. Connect your career. If it relates your career to these things you have heard this morning, say, Lord, it will be productive. It will be productive